Alright, I think you guys can hear me. Yep, we're getting ourselves started right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special stream. We are finally going to be playing a Zelda game. Again. Can you believe it? Playing Zelda on a channel that was originally all about Zelda content. How the times have changed. Okay, so as you guys can probably tell by all this stuff, all the, let's see, look at this Wii menu. It's fantastic. I'm very excited, you guys. But let me just quickly adjust the sensor bar. It's been a long time since I've used the Wii, but I think that's okay. Oh yeah, that's okay. Sweet. Hopefully you guys don't get motion sickness, because that's how these things usually tend to go down. Get some volume. How is everyone doing today? This is a very exciting stream. I hope the audio's okay. Whenever I switch to different consoles, the thing tends to be a little bit louder than it needs to be. But I think it's okay. If it's too loud, just let me know when we actually get started. Okay, a very special stream today. We are playing a Zelda title, again. I think the last time we played Zelda here on the channel was Link's Awakening. So, yeah, we're playing Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword is very near and dear to a lot of people's hearts, I think, with either one of these controllers. Oh. Yep, yeah, we got that. Thank you. Well, they're already starting with the hand-holding. Okay, yes. So, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is... I'm assuming it's near and dear to a lot of people, a lot of viewers' hearts. We remote on a flat surface. Ugh, what's a flat surface? My abs. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. But yes, I think it's because the main demographic of viewers on the channel is... like, I think people that were probably like very little when Skyward Sword first came out, so maybe they weren't very exposed to the really heated culture that was the what's it called, the Legend of Zelda fan base. I think that's what happens when the fan bases are based on a game that takes many years in between releases. Okay, so how's everyone doing this morning? Today is a beautiful Saturday morning. Like I said, one of my plans is to continue doing things on Saturday mornings. I think that would be the most convenient time for a lot of you guys. Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing that you can do. Hopefully you guys don't get motion sick from all the stuff that we do here. It seems to be a little bit out of sync, but that's okay. Lots of signals to work with. Oh, do you know? We're gonna go with the typical name. Just so that you guys know it's actually me playing. Okay. But yes, Skyward Sword, it's one of those games where it's really, in my experience, this is a really polarizing game. For various reasons too. It's not like, oh, this is a good game, but it's not a good Zelda game, typical discussion. But this is like even the people that are like, you know, very adamant about their perception of what constitutes quote-unquote real Zelda or not, tends to be, it tends to get lost in this particular one. I don't remember very much of it. I've played this particular game, oh yes, the 25th anniversary. Man, that reminds me of Robin Williams. He was all over the promotion of this game. Him and his daughter Zelda Williams. Morning, Scalo, how you doing? But yeah, so basically all I wanted to say about this particular game is it's very polarizing. Some people say that this game is like amazing. Some people say that it is underappreciated. Some people say that this is garbage. it's always polarizing with Zelda, but I think Skyward Sword feels it the most. So I kind of just woke up, so sorry if my speech patterns are a little bit bizarre. Try to slow things down. Okay, so the other funny thing about this game is that this takes place at the beginning of the Zelda timeline. The Zelda timeline that people put so much emphasis and drama around, but ultimately, I mean, like, who cares? But yeah, this is at the very beginning, and the Red Loftwing. The Red Loftwing is the same. It's been confirmed by, I think it was Alan Newman. It is the same bird that is depicted on the classic Hylian shield. A couple of connections here and there. I haven't played every Zelda game, so I think there might be some things that might be lost on me. But yes, into typical Zelda fashion, it begins with Link waking up. I liked Skyward Sword when it first came out. It was the game that I was looking forward to a lot. I remember, I think it was maybe it was 2009 when wait, was it 2009? Yeah, it was 2009. I was 16 years old, and there was a concept art of Link standing back to back with this character that we've never seen before. Now known as Fi. And the first detail we looked at is the fact that Link did not have a sword, and there was no sword on his back. And we looked at Fi's color scheme, and we thought, oh, that might be the personification of the Master Sword, which was very exciting. The design of Link in that game was much more akin to Twilight Princess Link, and obviously the art style changed. And that's where like the drama kind of started. Then people were like, oh no, art style. And people fight against the art style. Like, the Zelda fans fight against everything. You don't really notice that these days because, like, Breath of the Wild has been out, and generally speaking, people like that game. I know people have, like, you know, some second opinions about it, but I think generally speaking, though, people are appreciative of Breath of the Wild. Like, saying that Breath of the Wild is your favorite Zelda game is, like, the least controversial opinion. Whereas saying that Skyward Sword is your favorite Zelda game would be your, like, fairly controversial. But yes, like I said, I only played this game twice in my life, which is significantly less. Oh man, I need. Okay, here's the thing. We're gonna have the HUD. Give me a while to get used to this. We're going to have to adjust the HUD because I liked the minimal HUD. I know that I'm not super familiar with this game anymore, but let's see what we got. In terms of side content, I don't know what else we're going to do. I'd like to get the Hylian Shield, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, how's everyone doing? Sorry if I'm quiet, also I want to focus, because I'm not going to be using a walkthrough for this one. I'm going to see how much of memory I can draw from in this game. I need to increase the speed. I forgot about these guys. Like, there's a lot of characters here that I totally forgot about. Remember how to look around? Yeah, we know. But here's the thing, though, like... Okay, so, one point of contention for this game. Oh man, using motion controls to look around is gonna be weird, but we'll get used to it. Like, I hope to finish this game. Not in one sitting, but like down the line, I hope we can finish it. Good morning! Today's the big wing ceremony. I wanted to fly too, but I didn't make the cut, so I'm stuck back here at the academy. Okay, I actually don't remember how to progress through this game, which is great. Ta-da! Guess we'll help this guy out because I'm obsessed with barrels. Then press A again to put it down on your feet. Okay, so one point of contention among fans whenever they talk about this game is how this game spells everything out to you. And this is the thing though, Skyward Sword is that game that it tries to find the line between like the hardcore Zelda fans. Where's the kitchen? I hope this is the kitchen, otherwise I'm wasting my time. Like there's like the hardcore gamers, and then there's the casual audience. Oh no, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? No, it's okay, it's okay. Wait, let's rest for a bit. So yeah, that's kind of thing, like, they needed to find that middle ground, and, like, the whole spelling it out thing, because the control scheme was very new, and, like, I guess they just weren't confident that people could find it out intuitively, because everyone's different, that's the other thing too, just because some people can catch on really quickly, that doesn't mean that everyone can. So, like, you know, they had to find that middle ground, and unfortunately that middle ground, or that compromise, is to make things really spelled out. Do I have to get another one for him? Alright. I can't remember, but I seem to remember that this game had a lot of gathering and crafting in it. I seem to recall that this game had a lot of crafting in it. And I don't... See, that's the thing, because like, my plan is to get the Hylian Shield, and I seem to recall that the Hylian Shield is like an endgame equipment piece, so I might actually need to look up something for that, just for the sake of time, but let's not think about it too much. That's still very early. Oh man, the art style of this game is quite nice. That's easily like the main appeal for a lot of people, is that this game is the impressionistic painting that they pointed out. Oh yeah, we can save here. I remember though, like, I think, okay, so I played this game back in 2011. Oh wait, we'll talk to this dude first.
No.
Feeling ready?
Ooh.
Because yeah, like there's a dashing system in this game, and this is like the prototypical stamina system from the Breath of the Wild. Like a lot of ideas from Breath of the Wild, you can say that it stems from this game too. Yeah, so you can jump. Yeah, I think this is the thing that a lot of people complain about, is that it spelled so much stuff out to you. But again, like that line between hardcore and casual. And I don't mean that to sound condescending to people that are like less experienced. I mean it in the sense that, like, you know, like your hands are tied when you're a developer, where you want to try something very daring. And this game did a lot of daring things, but they wanted to make sure that everyone could understand it. Yeah, sure, let's help a cat. Hey, Michael James Davis. But yeah, when this game came out though, 2011, I remember actually being a little bit disappointed. Not because I thought the game was bad, but there was a lot of lore that I wanted addressed. I feel like I did something wrong. There was a lot of lore that I wanted them to like address, a lot of callbacks, but I think, I don't know, like now that I'm older, maybe I'll have more of an open mind for these kinds of things. Because I remember with, like, you know, Twilight Princess, they introduced the Sky Tribe, so I was thinking, oh wow, we get to meet the Sky Tribe in this new game, we also get to see more of the Master Sword. Yeah, it's different for everybody. He literally just told me to do it, and I wasn't paying attention because I'm smart. Oh, you have to go on the thing. Okay, sorry, it looked two-dimensional from where I was standing, so I didn't think, oh, you have to climb on that. Okay. Oh man, that's the thing though. Like for a lot of people, they have different expectations of what a Zelda game should have, and you can't appeal to all of them. You have to make your own thing. And I think now that I'm older, I've kind of learned to understand that. Oh man, I barely remember anything about the combat in this game too, so that's exciting. The sword play in this game, I recall being the best part. And it was, I think that was the other problem that I had too, is that it didn't let me do it as much as I wanted it to. I wanted like I think it's because I had so much energy in those days, where I was just like really wanted to have like a Muso type experience. Which is ironic because this ended up becoming the inspiration for Hyrule Muso. Just focus on me, don't look down, just focus on me. Oh, that's fantastic. was your guys? Speaking of first Zelda games, what was your, everyone that's watching right now? Also, I haven't said hello to the archive people. Archive people, tell me, what is your first Zelda experience? I think I've said before, I think the first Zelda game I ever played was Oracle of Ages for the Game Boy Color, but I never finished it. Well, no, I didn't finish it immediately, because that was a rental. Then I... oh! Hang on. Kinda looks like Russell. Maybe it's just the face proportions. He looks like Russell. Oh, the bird statues. You mean the saves that I did? Okay, here we go. So yeah, the thing is, yeah, and you roll by doing. Yeah, see, this is gonna be weird because like they're gonna make you do, motion controls while you also need to like hold your input still, and I'm not very good at that, but we'll see how it goes. The Silent Realms are gonna be interesting. That's gonna be. I seem to recall those being a cool idea, but I just wanted to get to the dungeons, and I think that was the main problem. But okay. Original point. Zelda. The first Zelda game I ever played was Oracle of Ages. I didn't finish it immediately, but I finally managed to get a GameCube for my birthday when I was like, I think I was like 10 years old? 10 years old, I played, I got a GameCube, which was my first console ever, and the first game I got with it was the Wind Waker, and I love the Wind Waker. So that was the first Zelda game I ever beat, and after that, I had a friend who, she's so cute in this game. She's cute in all the games, but like she was particularly cute with bangs. But yes, the whole thing about Wind Waker, I beat that, and then I had a friend who had Oracle of Seasons, so I played through that. I think I traded actually. I traded my Pokemon Silver for his Oracle of Seasons, and I do not regret that at all. Much as I love Pokemon Silver, I love Oracle of Seasons even more. And then I bought Oracle of Ages. I don't remember how... No, do you know what? I found a copy of Oracle of Ages on the ground on a schoolyard, so I technically stole it, didn't I? I technically stole it. You're so fine that I'm lost for words. No, it looks good. But yes, I stole a copy of Oracle of Seasons, or Ages. Yeah, so I think a lot of it. I played A Link to the Past twice, which would probably make it my. Well, no, but I haven't played all the 2Ds. I played all the 3Ds, but I never played any of the 2D Zelda. I haven't played very many 2D Zelda games except for the original Link to the Past, Oracle series, Four Swords Adventures. She's so cute. Oh man, yeah, that's great. I've played all the 3D Zelda games, and I'd say that out of all the 3Ds, not counting Breath of the Wild, I'd say that Majora's Mask is still my favorite. But for very different reasons that most people have, though. Yes, what else have we got? A Link Between Worlds is one that I really want to play. I might add to my backlog for this year, actually. I got time. A Link Between Worlds looks really interesting. But okay, so that's the thing about Zelda games, though, is that they always introduce a gimmick. The thing about every Zelda game, and the reason why I really can't stand the whole argument of, like, Zelda game X is a good game but not a good Zelda game, is because every Zelda game does something different from each other. They always have a different gimmick that sets it apart from the rest, and they usually build a game around that gimmick or concept. They always try to reinvent the wheel. So that's why I kind of find the statement a little bit self-defeating, because whatever constitutes a real Zelda game isn't some arbitrary thing that fans thought up, but it's an actual design philosophy that the developers choose from title to title. Sorry, I should focus on the plot. It's just that there's So much going on. There's a lot. Like, I love the Zelda series. And Skyward Sword is the one that I've played the least, so this would be my third playthrough ever. What else? What about you guys? What other first Zeldas do you guys have? Oh, it's foreshadowing. Ah, yes, and of course, everyone should know by now that Zelda's dad he shares a resemblance with Rauru, or Raul. He shares a resemblance to the Sage of Light. And also in this case, because the thing is, I think there was a gossip stone that said that Kapora Gabora was a reincarnation of the Sage of Light, so we kind of see that here, how like every character has a resemblance to a bird on Skyloft, and in this case he looks like an owl. That's a nice little connection. Jump. He's so pushy, I love it. He's so assertive. Like, I think this would be the only time... And see, that's the other thing about too, like every Zelda game, they portray Zelda... Wait, is it possible to fail this? Oh no, they do it for you. Yeah, you sent him to his death. Oh man. This is also a very, like, relatively speaking, this is also a very cinematic Zelda game. I'd say even more so than Twilight Princess. That was like already like a mega cinematic game. Let's see what's another one stands out. Twilight Princess is also a really good game. Like, I know I like to rip on it because it's so popular, but it's, in my mind, it has some of the best dungeons in the series. Some of the best dungeons, but in my opinion, some of the worst bosses. Not because I think design-wise they're lacking, it's just that, mechanically speaking, they're so formulaic. And I feel like that was the case with Skyward Sword as well, but we'll see. I think with Twilight Princess, the only reason why I was able to make the bosses interesting is because I 3-hearted it. When you have 3 hearts, then you have to care more about what moves, but if you follow the game like normal, and you pick up heart containers and heart pieces on a semi-average basis, you're going to do very, very well. You can basically just face tank everything that the bosses throw at you, just find a solution. Oh man, A Link to the Past is amazing. It's the kind of game where, like, if you're not a completionist, you may struggle with that game. But if you're the kind of person that likes to explore everything, A Link to the Past, like, it's pretty fantastic. The reason why I say that is because, like, if you don't collect everything, you're probably going to end up dying sooner than you want to. Oh, there's so much cutscene in the first... Because I'm only going to be playing for 3 hours, and I feel like we're probably not even going to touch the first dungeon, which is a bit upsetting. So it's just me raving about the Zelda series. Oh, man. The ration out her energy. Why is it so out of the way? Oh, man. Ooh. Karane. What does she look like? She looks like... She looks like Hong Mei Ling. Well, the color scheme. Downstairs, got it. Yeah, I feel like this entire game we probably won't even be like swinging a sword that much, which is just as well because let's face it, the Wii Remote batteries can only last for so long. Oh man, that's another thing I remember about this game actually. It was when this game first came out, and I played it for like long stretches. I used to play this game for extremely long stretches. Oh man, I feel like it's possible to skip a lot of the talking for this particular segment if you know exactly where to go, but I do not remember where to go, so I'm gonna sit on the can and figure it out. Okay, let's think. Oh, this is so immersive. POV, your Travis touchdown saving the game. I don't know if you guys heard that, but it flushed because you expect that. It's only funny for me. But yes, Twilight Princess, great game. Ocarina of Time, as much as I love to rip on Ocarina of Time, I still think it's a great game. I think though the reason why I rip on it so much, Ocarina of Time especially, is because I think that's the 3D Zelda game I've played the most. I'm pretty sure I've played that game more than Twilight Princess at this point. Oh, man. Could he help me with something? All I have to do is use A and dash into the tree. Okay, sure. Sure, you skull kid looking kid. Oh, come on. Yeah, so you can... This is the easiest thing in the world. I'm dead. This is the easiest thing in the world. But, like, you saw me go away from it and roll just fine. Just don't have enough stamina. Okay. Let's do this. What the heck? Why is it not working? It's not working. Okay, let's do it. What? Why is it not? Wait, I remember. I seem to remember having a technique. What the heck? This is the easiest thing in the world. There we go. I don't understand why, but whenever I do a test roll, it works just fine, but when I'm going in the direction of the tree, it doesn't come out. It's the easiest thing in the world, so how come it wasn't working? Okay, where do I go? Am I gonna 100% this game? No. Because I've never 100%ed this game. My main goal here is just to get through it. Just to play through, because I haven't played through this game in a very long time. Since 2011, actually. What else have we got? So many characters here. Oh, it's Aerith. Oh no, it's literally a combination of Garnet from Final Fantasy IX and Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. Okay. Blocks off from here because of the gossiping laundry women.
Ooh.
And man, laundry man. Oh, yeah, so that character, I recall, like, she's too lazy to do chores, so she pays you. But that becomes a subject of drama. I'm slowly refamiliarizing myself with this world that they created, which is quite nice. Oh, man. This game looks nice. I will give it that. This game looks fantastic. Hey, Jisoo and Kiona, we got more people here. You need the sword to get past that point, right? We'll keep searching outside. I don't think we can go there just yet, so we'll go over it. But yeah, like, I'm pretty sad to be playing a Zelda game again. Like, Zelda is the kind of series, I think, where, like, every game, to some degree, I get really, really excited about. Even the ones that I like to rip on. Like, Ocarina of Time, I mentioned before I was interrupted by that grimy kid. Ah, yes, the best boy is here. I love the style of this game. I think that's the other thing too. The point of disappointment for me back in 2011 is that I really was super attached to the Twilight Princess art style. But now it's just like, oh, this is actually quite nice. I'd say that I would enjoy this art style more than Twilight Princess. Just because it's... well, yeah, I remember there was a design choice. There was this design choice that they had where they had to make it super impressionistic and cartoony because the game itself required that form of intuition with the combat, where you can't have subtlety. It can't be subtle because the solutions would be too vague for the swordplay. So, like, when the Bokoblin... like, he's very blatantly blocking to the right. In most games, if you make it leaning more towards realism, it's very subtle, where you don't necessarily see it, obviously. Oh, let's make fun of his pompadour, that's a smart thing to do. I love this guy. Everyone loves him, but I think part of the reason why I enjoy him so much is that he's the character that... I think this would be the first time in the Zelda series where there was a character that just didn't like Link. Whereas in all Zelda games, everyone loves Link because he is important and special, even before he was like a chosen one by Destiny. Did you play the Ace Attorney games? Not yet. I'm getting through another Capcom series. I'm going through a lot of Capcom games this year. Very recently, I beat Dragon's Dogma, Killer 7. I want to get into Resident Evil, but right now I'm playing Mega Man Zero. Oh yes, this one, the famous Zelda pointing moment, how expressive her hands are.
No.
But yeah, like, you compare this with, like, Twilight Princess, where, like, Link's the hometown hero. Everyone loves Link because, and, you know, he has a girlfriend, and he has all the kids looking up to him. And then you have, let's see, you have Wind Waker. The thing about Bruce is that he's so relatable. Yeah, then you have, like, Wind Waker, where, again, like everyone likes him and everyone looks up to him, and he's the beloved older brother, where even, like, the sister doesn't fight with him, as you'd expect siblings to. Why do they need knights? Maybe they've explained it already, but why do they need knights in a very peaceful small town? I guess that's just water under the bridge at this point. Ah, she's so cute. I love her design in this game. I remember... do you know what? Maybe in Hyrule Warriors I'll try to unlock it. Because I know in Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, they unlock the different incarnations. They added Breath of the Wild Zelda, but I think that was like a Day 1 edition, where, like, it just unlocks straight from the get-go. But I think you can also unlock the Skyward Sword version of her as well. Never really gave it much luck because I didn't use Zelda that much. Groose giving you nightmares? Well, I mean, like, it's a character that doesn't like you. I can imagine that being a bit stressful for some people, where you kind of expect it to be a given, but then you have, you know, like the rival characters from Pokemon. Like, it doesn't seem like much to us today, but like when you're younger, the idea of someone not liking you for reasons that are out of your control, that part's kind of scary. Oh no, my bird sense is tingling. Beware of blood-sucking monsters, no kids allowed. I'm not a kid. I'm a man! Sweet. Wait, oh wait, Oh. I thought that was a vine that I can climb on. Like, I saw the growth. Oh, is that why there are knights? Okay, well, I answered my own question then. The reason why there are knights is because...
Hey!
is because people like me don't understand the... don't understand the concept of boundaries. Okay, moving on. Okay, I guess we'll just talk to everyone. And press C to look around. Oh, do I need to get that gemstone in order to open that passage? Is that what's going on here? Is that the goal that we set out for ourselves? Yeah, also, yeah, Garusa's eyes. Like, the whole thing about Garus, I think, like, a very intimidating prospect for basically anyone. Oh, man. These little moments. These little moments, I think, would be the appeal of Skyward Sword. Like, Skyloft, it feels a lot more alive than Ordon Village, based on what I've seen. Because, like, yeah, you're always coming back here to do side quests, whereas Ordon Village was a place you go so that you can leave. And then you never have to go back except for the Goron Mines, but that's about it. Whereas with Skyloft, like, there's a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of, like, cool lore implications. I don't want to spoil it for people that are watching this and have never played it before, but there's actually some lore significance to this, too. You know, stuff like that, I think, is what makes Skyward Sword so interesting and well remembered by some people. But again, it's polarizing because it's a Zelda game. That's really all it is. Okay, we searched outside. Oh, do you know what? Maybe we have to talk to Pippin. I feel like that's what we have to do. What about you guys? Everyone that's there, please tell me the title of your first Zelda game, and I will judge you accordingly. Actually, no, tell me your favorite Zelda game. You know what, we're at that point in our lives where this is the thing that we want to talk about. Your favorite Zordo. I've said before, Majora's Mask. My top three, Majora's Mask, the original Legend of Zelda, and Breath of the Wild. I think those are my three favorite, because they all do different... They all do different things in comparison with, like, most video games. I don't even mean as a Zelda game, but just in general. Oh, right, I shouldn't do that. They all do different things in terms of how they present themselves and how you progress. The progression of those games are the most versatile, not just for Zelda, but also just in general. Like, the original Legend of Zelda, depending on where you go, you can either steamroll the game or have a nightmare. What's this? A sanitary? Walking with our shoes in the bath? Same goes for Breath of the Wild. I've made many videos about, you know, getting a strong start if all you want is a huge advantage. And then there's Majora's Mask, where the collection of different masks will actually provide a benefit, depending on which ones you pick first. Depending on which masks you get first. So even though it has a linear do this dungeon and this dungeon, there is still that element of you want to collect this mask for this reason. Talk to her. In front of the sparring hall. Where's the sparring hall, guys? I'm lost, I don't know where I'm going. Where is the sparring hall, by the way? It's not still in the school building, is it? Wait, maybe the map will tell us. I feel like the map won't tell us. Unless... Hey, hang on a second, I'll quickly... Hang on. You guys enjoy this map, and if one of you guys in the audience knows what the sparring hall is, then let me know. I'll just quickly pause, I'll be right back. The sparring hall is outside. Perfect. Thank you very much, Michael. But yeah, it's like each of the games, they all appeal to different people, and that's what makes this series so fun. I used to wish that Zelda games would be more akin to, like, I wish they would have a little bit more, what do I say, a little bit more conformity. Oh, okay, right, I remember this now. Like, a lot of people wish that there would be more conformity in terms of their design, but I think the fact that they always try to do something new, I've learned to appreciate that a lot more. Because if I wanted something that was like Twilight Princess, there's a billion other games that I can play. And I have. I've played so many games this year. I think I've like cleared 24 games since the start of 2020. And it's a very interesting experience. It's a very nice experience to like see this is different, and I like this element, but I don't like this element because like I've broadened my horizons, which is very important. It's important to play different kinds of games, even if the games are outside of your comfort zone, especially if those games are out of your comfort zone. Like, if you don't like games that have less emphasis on story, it's important to still play those games that have less emphasis on story. It's still important to play those kinds of games because you kind of see what the appeal is. Same thing goes for, like, if you're the opposite of that, where you like games that let you do whatever you want. It's important to play games that restrict you so that you understand the appeal. Oh, okay, so you get our first sword here. Sweet! Okay, I was thinking, like, it's gonna be a while before we get a sword, isn't it? Because the only time I remember using a sword in this game is the goddess sword, but that's not gonna be for a while, I think. Especially at the rate that we're going. Ooh. Knight Commander! Who does he look like? He looks like a Fire Emblem character. It's probably because he's a man in armor. So it's important to, like, you know, to... So I should pay more attention. I'm used to... I've gotten so used to voice acting that I kind of forgot. Could have been worse. They could have just had like the camera pointing at a door instead of letting you find it yourself. Practice sword. The whole point of it being a practice sword is that it's not sharp. It's fine. I don't think I'm able to change the options right now. Let's find out. Oh, that's cool. I totally forgot this was a thing that they had. Oh, this feels wonderful. This feels great. Okay. Okay. Sorry, it keeps hitting the exercise ball that I'm sitting on. Ooh. Okay, so, the thing about this game, and why I like it so much, is that, essentially, a complaint that a lot of people had was that the sword responses are not responsive. The thing is, though, you have to treat the Wii Remote like it has weight, like a sword. So you can't just swing things around all willy-nilly, you actually have to pretend that it's a little bit heavier than it actually is. So that's kind of what, like, you know, when people complain that it's not responsive enough, it's because they think they could, like, think about swinging it, and then immediately get the result, when that's not how this technology works. Oh! Well. Wait. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's kind of fun, though. I'm very good at this game, as you can tell. So again, going back, you want to aim it. And pretend that there's weight to it. Oh, this feels great. And eventually you're going to learn sword techniques. Oh man, it looks awesome. Like, it feels amazing, but I'm scared though, because I'm right beside a desk. I'm right beside a desk, and if I swing too much, I'm gonna like whack my computer with it. To do is swing the Wii Remote and nunchuck horizontally. Oh, I have to use the nunchuck too? Hey! In the center of the pack of enemies and swing the remote and nunchuck horizontally at the same time. Yeah, see, anything to do with the nunchuck, so I think that would be the problem, because it doesn't have the same capabilities as a Wii Remote. Hang on a second. The horizontals are a little bit weird, though. But we've already seen that I've had trouble with nunchucks earlier today. It could just be mine. Maybe at the stand. I am trying to do it at the same time. Let's see. Oh. Interesting. We'll see if I can do it on cue this time. No, I am doing it at the same time with both controllers. That's the problem. It's just the angling of my sensor bar is a little bit weird. If I moved it up here, would it be different? Got it. Okay, so I actually have to do a bit of an angle. Because I think from the angle of my sensor bar, because I tried doing it like literally from the side, but I think that might have been considered too low. Alright. Slowly coming back. Sweet. No, that's the thing. It's just the angling of the sensor bar which kind of messed me up. My mic volume's a little bit low. It's the exact same as it's always been, unfortunately. Yeah, well, I think if it's a bit low, it might also just be that the music is too loud. Okay. Okay, got it. We did practice on the logs earlier. We're good. Alrighty. Hey, we're sub 1 hour. I'm trying to see like to what degree can I scale down my movements in order to do this too. I just wish it didn't take up. I just wish it didn't take up stamina. Okay, it has to be on a little bit. Okay, it's because here's the thing too. The placements that I am. If I had more distance from the. Okay, it's a little bit weird, but I think I understand the angling now. Oh no, the gossip stones. Alright. Okay, so my assumption was that I needed to get a gem on the statue, which would open the way. But maybe that's for later in the game, so that's okay. I should probably save. So that's kind of the thing too, like the opening hour of the game is just you trying to get used to the controls, which is, again, the reason why they spell things out so much for you. And yeah, this is also that time where you have to practice. I just wish it didn't take up stamina, because I'd love to practice it more. I think there are stamina upgrades in this game, I think? So yeah, the stamina system in this game too, it's very weird. It was definitely improved on in the next game. Primarily just because it was possible to have like larger reserves of stamina. Whereas in this game, you have to go along a predetermined path, otherwise it won't work. I miss the Wii Remote's microphone. Like, I loved it when games actually tried to make use of that. Spin attack this. Yes. Okay, I know how to do spin attacks on Q now! Oh man, I love Zelda. I love the Zelda series a lot. Okay. Blood-sucking beasts. Thank you for introducing the green rupee to me. This game really loves to spell stuff out to you, doesn't it? I feel like this would be a game that would be more beneficial if I'm sitting forward. It's just that I'm on a ball right now. Here we go. You know what I was kind of hoping for? I was kind of hoping for, like, the Twilight Princess, you can swing the sword while running. Oh, the sword's so weak. But that's okay, we're getting an upgrade soon. What's this? Can't catch it. Do I need a net for this? This game has a net in it, right? Slowly upgrading ourselves. Oh yeah, so another interesting thing about this game too is that Link is right-handed. The only time he was right-handed, I believe, was Twilight Princess, unless we're counting like the non-canon stuff, which I'm pretty sure he was right-handed in those games. But I seem to recall a lot of people discussing, like, is it okay for them to make Link right-handed, because, you know, traditions and all that stuff. I think it's okay. And the thing is, because I think the concern that the designers had was that would it be awkward for people that are left-handed? I am actually left-handed myself, and I know that Shigeru Miyamoto is also left-handed, and we both say that no, it's not awkward at all. So, rest easy. Oh man, I miss using sword in this game. It's just that it's all about like positioning yourself properly in front of the TV, and I think that's kind of the point of contention for some people too. Everyone has to do it differently, but not everyone wants to do it the same way. Oh, it's so fast! Wait, so what was it like? It was like... Oh no, wait, no. I think I was trying to replicate a combo from another game, but that's okay. Next time. Like, we're still just getting started. It hasn't even been an hour. Okay. How's everyone doing today? It is currently 9:56 on a Saturday. Those of you guys in the archives, what is your experience with this game? Oh man, see, like I'm leaning forward and already it's a problem. Thankfully, they give you the option of censoring. I totally forgot that existed. Oh, hi there. We need the text to go by faster, because I read faster than the text comes out. Oh, see, that's the thing though. A lot of people, they wish that Zelda games had voice acting. I'm not opposed to the idea, but the problem is when it's text that is synchronized with the voice acting. Because for me, I read a lot faster than that. So it's... Is there like an options menu? I guess not. Unless... Nope, nothing. Oh no, it's these. The ropes. Oh, they weren't gonna make it that easy for me. At first I thought I had to cut them just once. Oh, the music in this game is great too. They should bring Loft Wings in the Breath of the Wild sequel. I think that would be a fine idea. Well, actually, we did see the castle go into the sky in the trailer. So who knows, maybe Loft Wings are coming back. Oh man, this game still looks gorgeous. It looks every bit as good as it used to. I want to go to the worlds below. Yeah, I remember with, like, when you were helping Teba get onto Von Do, and, like, that was the moment where, like, I thought to myself, if Skyward Sword was more like this, it would be fantastic. Because I know that, like, eventually you have to learn how to, do the attacks with the Loft Wing. But the thing is, it felt very weird and tacked on. But we'll see. Alright, let's learn ice. I think I remember how to fly. Don't fly too close to the sun, Icarus. Yeah, honestly, the flying is actually quite easy. I need to calibrate myself so that my neutral position works. I seem to recall that charges aren't all that necessary, except for very, very key scenarios. Because for the most part, you can just spam flap. For the most part. I distinctly remember having a much easier time of flying in this game, though. This dude. I think I didn't like him very much at first, but I think over time I began to realize that, again, he's a standout character in the sense that he is the character that does not like Link. And that's That's pretty unique, I think, with the exception of Mito. But Mito's just racist. But Mito's racist. And the thing about Mito though is that it kind of that resentment goes away very fast. That's kind of the thing too. Like, it's not something that he as a character actually overcomes. Yeah, so if you guys in the archives were thinking, wait, what about Mito? Yeah, I actually kind of forgot about Mito. But with Mito though, it's like after the first dungeon, you just never hear from him again. Then you come back as an adult, and he just doesn't recognize you. So it's like kind of a forgone thing. This guy's such a creep. I love it. I love this. Also, did you know that every incarnation of Zelda that's ever existed, they were all tomboys? Which actually, it makes more sense in hindsight. You never really think about it at the time, but yeah, very tomboyish. She's great. She's a blonde tomboy princess. I think I always went for like the positive ones, but now that I'm older, let's try this. Okay. I don't think it's possible to lose, is it? Like, I feel like no matter what, they just give it to you. So really, it's just a matter of finishing this as fast as possible. Ah, yes. Green, red, and blue. The colors of the three goddesses.
Hey!
Or, you know, just the three primary colors of light. I love this. I always thought this was kind of cute. It's also the 25th anniversary.
Hey!
Guess the main character. Oh, this feels wonderful. If only I was good at it. Come back, Chocobo! I feel like I did this a lot faster than this. Oh man, I was flying. Oh, I felt like I had it then. that time. There we go. Oh, egg! Oh, I thought I aimed it properly. I feel like I would have dashed straight into him. Oh, it's been so long since I've done this. There we go. That took longer than it needed to, but wait till Zelda sees this. Oh, so many nice sights in this game. Oh, speaking of. Oh, she's so adorable in this game. Captain Maze, happy birthday to you, man. Yes, the sailcloth. Or the proto-sailcloth. It smells nice, too. It's so creepy, I love it. Oh yeah, the other interesting thing about this game, what kind of sets it apart, is that Zelda takes a much more active role in the events of the game too. You do know what happens at the end, right? Uh-oh. Oh, I hope the future Zelda games will give more, like, dialogue choices. Those would be nice. Like, it doesn't have to be much to change the plot, but just like, just little brief moments of like, hey, why would you say that? Why would you do that? Oh, watch me fail this 8 times. I love this. Did you know that the guy that voices Link in this game is the same guy that voices Fox McCloud? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. think it is possible to fail it, though. I think that's one of the things that you can fail. Ah, red and blue, conflicting ideals. I believe Monolith Soft contributed to this project as well. Ah, she's so precious. Breath of the Wild's videos. I'd love to do videos for this sequel. I don't know how or to what degree, but I'm interested, but nothing's set in stone just yet. I don't like the idea of planning things too far ahead because, like, that's kind of a philosophy that I have. If you say that you're going to do something, it feels like you've already done it, even though you've done nothing. And then that kind of diminishes my motivation to do it. But I'm hoping to some extent. Maybe not to the same extent as Breath of the Wild's 1, but who knows? We don't know how much content will be in the sequel that I can actually make. I'm excited for it, though. Something I've been meaning to talk to you about. That's like the famous last words of any game. There's something I really want to say to you, or there's something I have to say or tell you, and then terrible cataclysm happens. It's great. The lighting changes. Giving everyone a different texture. Hey, Hunter Austin, yeah, I'm always alive. Always alive and kicking. Not this guy, though. Link, he's done for. He's a goner. I'm very excited to play Skyward Sword again. It's been so long since I played Skyward Sword. To the point where I don't actually remember very much of it. I remember a couple of key moments. I remember Coloctus. I remember the time crystals. I remember her telling me that my Wii batteries are dying. Here's the problem that I have with Fee. It's not a major issue, but it's like actually no. Well, look at this cutscene. This is cool. Oh yeah, and I remember Demise. He was like the worst boss ever. Sorry, not Demise. Demise is fine. It's the imprisoned that I have a problem with.
Oh.
In typical Zelda fashion, he wakes up at the beginning of the game. I think the only time, I think the only Zelda game that didn't involve Link waking up was, but obviously the first game. You know, the first and the second game, obviously. But I think every game after that, though, involved Link waking up, except for Majora's Mask. He was riding in the forest in the beginning of that game. But in Twilight Princess, he wakes up. Wind Waker, Ariel wakes him up when he's sleeping on the tower. Link's Awakening, obviously. Oh, but actually no, technically he didn't quite wake up at the beginning.
Oh.
Technically. There's a bit of a timey-wimey element to this too, isn't there? Like it's very interesting because this is my first playthrough. I'm playing on my Wii U right now, and I think this is gonna be my way of confirming whether or not this wasn't like a retroactive, like, oh, we're gonna change things to make things make sense. We'll see. Well, it'll become apparent later, as soon as we go to the surface. Okay, before we follow that creepy noise, quickly pause, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Oh right, the wrist strap. Anyways, how many of you guys have grown up with this game? I'm curious, because my assumption is that a lot of you guys have, because the main demographic of this game, sorry, the main demographic on this channel, rather, they tend to follow certain age groups, and generally speaking, that particular age group would have been young, like very, very young, around like 2011, and by young I mean like 13 years old or younger. Okay. Let's see, Harris, how you doing? Oh man, see, little moments like this stick out too. Look before leaping. Oh yeah, these. I remember now. I totally forgot about those. I was just like, wait a minute, what's wrong with these guys? Because someone mentioned those things are scary or a nightmare. I'm just like, what do you mean? That seems okay. But then I was like, oh right. It all just came rushing back to me. Go around. I totally forgot that happens in this game. Oh, good stuff. But yeah, it's a service or reminder for this. Oh no. I'm really glad the stamina system isn't the same. Because this is the thing, how would you intuitively know if you have enough? Like, it's weird because, like, it could be anything. The stamina consumption in this game I've always found to be kind of odd. Like, but the thing is though, its inclusion in the game isn't unwelcome. I think it's cool to have some form of stamina measurement in this game. It's just that, of course, this is the prototypical stamina compared to Breath of the Wild, which was more refined. Oh, get away! I had a technique for doing the leaps in consecutive order, but I seem to have forgotten it. Yeah, Skyward Sword's the kind of game where it's like, I would say it's more fun to play than to watch, personally. But then again, I think that's how I am with a lot of games, though, so take that with a grain of salt. Like, I tend to be the kind of person that says that watching and playing are not the same at all, by any extent. So saying that a game looks boring because you watch gameplay of it and it looks boring, I feel like that doesn't have as much impact as seeing a game and playing it and then thinking this is boring. But it's also important to have an open mind for these kinds of things. Why my gosh, this game visually still looks good. Like, I was thinking, oh, well, you know, at the time, as the engines got better. But obviously, aside from a couple of fuzzy textures and weird rough spots, because this is on the, this is a Wii game on the Wii U, I think it still looks great. Oh, right, so I mentioned Fee. I like the concept of Fee. I like the idea of her being the voice inside the Master Sword, being the consciousness inside the Master Sword. Like, I like the idea, you know, that's why I like Xenoblade so much. I like the idea of weapons having some form of character to them, even if they aren't the weapon themselves. But the fact that a person is a parallel to a weapon, so a weapon is more than just a thing that you must have because this is a video game. The thing, and with Fee, it's a lot more literal in that she is the person inside the sword, and she is the character where retroactively she is across the series. The thing I don't like about her, though, is that she's very robotic and computer-y. Like, I prefer the much more, like... I don't want to spoil that game, but there's that game where there's a character who is very mysterious, and they are the embodiment, or they're not the embodiment of the weapon, but they are, to some degree, the character that is that weapon, or heavily associated with that weapon. And essentially, he was a very mysterious character. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's clever. Ugh. Oh. I forgot I had to do that. It's so small. But anyways, so the thing, she's very computer-y, and I don't like that. I prefer the more, like, mystical, like, this, you know, instead of, like, being the very calculating creature, I prefer that she's the more mystical, like, still be very sure of, like, stuff, but I think it's because they kept having percentages. I thought that was kind of odd. But that's just my thing, though. Like, I think some people might find that more interesting, that she is the calculator. But I was kind of hoping more for, like, a mystical goddess type thing. Oh yeah, this was also a stage in Hyrule Warriors, where you encounter Fee here, and then you fight the enemies, and then you clear out the room, and then you leave with Fee. I always found Fee to be like a mid-type character in that game. But she had like really lengthy, because she had really lengthy combos, but those combos did so many hits that it kind of evens out. And her having low damage wasn't as bad because she was a light elemental, and light elementals do more damage based on how many people you hit. This would be the first game without Ganondorf, actually. This would be the first game involving a no, sorry, okay, let me rephrase that. This is the first game involving the lineage of Ganondorf, but not actually having Ganondorf himself, if that makes sense. That probably makes less sense, but, you know, it's, but yeah, he's not in this game. I remember 2 years ago, I think was it 2 years ago, I played Twilight Princess HD. I had fun with that one, but I think the thing that threw me off is that it was based on the Wii version. So I played the GameCube version like a dozen, literally at least 12 times. So all that muscle memory of like understanding the dungeon layouts, it was so confusing because everything was mirrored in the Wii version. And there was no way to change it back, to my knowledge, either. Also, the thing I liked about this game too was that, yeah, the Skyward Strike, you actually get sword beams. You actually get sword beams for a change, which is nice. So I guess after every dungeon, I have to come back here. Like, I remember bits and pieces of this game. But it is nice to be reminded of stuff that you forgot. I think that's the main appeal for why I'm playing this game right now, is that I know a lot of people like this game. I remember it was rumored that this might be getting ported to Switch. I highly doubt it. Not because I don't want it to be on Switch, but the thing is though, the entire game is based around Wii Motion Plus, and I have no reason to believe that the motion controls of the Switch are comparable to Wii Motion Plus. I could be wrong, that's the thing, I don't know 100% for sure. I don't know the exact, like, statistics of it. But based on what we understand about the Switch, it's not quite as precise. And the whole point of this game, yeah, that's the thing, some people were suggesting, oh, what if we made it with, like, you know, a controller? That defeats the purpose of the game. The whole entire game is based around motion control, and taking that away, there's just no point. Okay, I will prove the legend's true. Ooh. I feel like Skyward Sword is just a weird choice. Like, Skyward Sword belongs on the Wii, which is ironic coming from me because I'm playing on the Wii U right now. But, yeah, like, it's just that the entire point of the game is to showcase the power of the Wii Motion Plus, and if you take away the Wii Motion Plus, they're just... I don't see much of a point, unless they were to add, like, a new peripheral that would make it possible to play Skyward Sword, but then that would just be one game, and Nintendo doesn't make peripherals just for one game. Especially for an old game, too. Part of it's wishful thinking, also, like, you know, you have to consider that they're still working on the Breath of the Wild sequel. We haven't received any news about that game. I don't mind, because there's plenty of other games that I could be playing too while waiting. Honestly, after I beat Skyward Sword, I don't know, maybe it'll be done by the end of this year, but I'm also hoping to play other Zelda games too. But yeah, like, there are other things that they can do, and in terms of, I don't know, like, ports are all well and good. It's just that I don't need many ports, or the Switch doesn't need to have that many ports of games of previous Nintendo consoles, because there's a lot of cool new ideas that they could be exploring instead. But that's just my own 2 cents on it. I'm not saying that I'm right in thinking that. Ooh, a pouch. I forgot this existed. Oh, right. Potions and shields. Okay, sweet. Ah, finally the iconic outfit. Oh, really? I didn't realize you could walk while in first-person view. That's cool. That's gonna make you guys sick, though, so we won't stay in there for long. Yeah, I'd like some news for Breath of the Wild, the Breath of the Wild sequel, but I don't necessarily want a trailer. honestly, just a moniker would be nice. Like, Legend of Zelda, Return of Ganon. Oh, that's a dumb title. Let's just call it something else. But yeah, but that's just a little thing like that would have been welcome. Because the thing is, if they had trailers out, I feel like now I'm at the point where I don't want to see trailers because I want to take it on its own terms. But at the same time, I watched the Breath of the Wild trailer from 2017 a billion times, so I'm not really want to talk. Oh, now I can do it. Sweet. Okay, perfect. That's much better. I'm slowly but surely getting used to the controls of this game. Especially after playing Breath of the Wild so much, this feels really odd. It's the Smith, right?
Oh yeah. Hey hey.
Is that Giovanni? Is that Giovanni from the Twilight Princess? Okay. Oh, and this is Mr. Happy Mask Salesman. Honestly, the last time I heard this particular merchant theme as well was in Hyrule Warriors. Yeah, let's dump all my rupees on this thing that'll break. I seem to recall I had issues with having too many rupees in this game. Or maybe I'm thinking of Twilight Princess. And I can't buy anything else. We're broke! Honestly, each of the Zelda games, they all have different forms of appeal. They all appeal to different people because they all try emphasizing different gimmicks or different treats, which is... I think that used to be a thing I disliked about the series, actually, that they kept trying to do things differently. They kept trying to reinvent the wheel instead of focusing on what worked. They always tried changing things, but the thing is though, I think change is better. Because, again, like if something works for me in one game, then I can just look forward to playing or replaying that game. Whereas trying to do something new is more important. Because, like, you push the medium in that sense. I think we can do this now. Yeah, that's the thing. Twilight Princess, I remember, like, there was only so much that you could spend. And in order to fix that, they gave you a suit of armor that spends money. But, like, at that point, you'd probably never use it. There was only one area where you could see yourself using that, and that was the Cave of Ordeals. Does this game have a Cave of Ordeals type place? Or a salvage ladder? I love that one. Honestly, I don't mind the hands-holdy nature of this game so far. Because, again, they're throwing a lot of new ideas at you. I remember not liking it at first. I was like, oh, that's a given, but I haven't played this game in so long that I actually don't mind the fact that they're, like, trying to spell things out for me, because I can't complain if I don't know what's going on, because then that would be my fault, not the game's fault. Oh, this game's so spectacular. Although you do spend a lot of time watching, I will say that. This is so dangerous. Okay, is it possible to fail this? Let's find out. Oh no, okay, yeah, okay, it's impossible to fail it. It's impossible to fail it, they did it automatically that time. It's a false QTE. You sure you can manually engage it by pressing... Oh! Master Link, are you stupid? As the sealed grounds. Yeah. Guys in the audience, let me know, what are your favorite Zeldas, and let me judge you for your choices. Let me judge you for your preferences. Alright. Thank you for showing me the map. It's shorter than I'm used to it. It's a lot shorter than I'm used to. It's so close to me, that's the thing. Oh, it's so weak. I'll upgrade it. Okay. Yeah, Link Between Worlds is one that I definitely want to get into, and thankfully, 3DS games aren't nearly as expensive as GameCube games. My goodness. Wind Waker, on the GameCube, the original print, the one that I have actually, I think if I were to sell that, like, I've seen some people sell it for as much as $300, which is ridiculous. That's the thing, like, it's hard to say, because, like, people complain about reselling Wind Waker HD for a full price, even though it's by and large the same game. But the thing is, though, like, you compare that with $300, it kind of puts things into perspective. No, Link, don't do it. Your blade will not cut deep enough. Yeah, there's a lot of watching in this game. Okay, let's go into the big spooky tomb. You're now sealed shut by a powerful unidentified force. So how do I You could have given me more information, Fee. What is that? Oh, I think I need a bug net for that. There's a bug net in this game, right? I didn't just imagine that. I remember very distinctly in Breath of the Wild when they entered the ruins of the temple. It was a demo stream at E3, and I remember watching as the person playing was entering the alcove where the temple was, and they climbed on the wall. And I thought that was the most mind-bendingly awesome thing ever, because I'm used to like the structure of Zelda games where you can't climb on things, you just see them. And yeah, no, it was so shocking. I felt woozy, I felt like I was seeing things properly, it was great. Catch it in time? Nope. Yeah, I can't say I'm a big fan of the stamina system in this game. Is it possible to upgrade? Is it possible to upgrade stamina in this game, or did I also just imagine that?
Am I just imagining things in this game that I claim to have played twice? One thing I probably would have welcomed is with the Twilight Princess ability to swing the sword while running. Just like, yeah, weaker damage, but it's there. And it makes more sense towards the end game where you'd be steamrolling enemies with the most powerful sword in the game anyways. Ocarina of Time is a good one. Again, I said at the beginning of the stream, as much as I love to rip on that game, I have played it a lot, so I guess that's why I noticed so many things about it. But I think structurally it's a good game. It's just that I dislike the amount of waiting that you have to do, but I think that's the case with a lot of Zelda games. You're just waiting for things to open themselves out for you. And it's stuff like that just make me think, oh, hurry up. But that's not really a fault of the game so much as that's my own impatience. Minish Cap's very underrated. I played it a bit. I never finished it though. I never finished it. I'm hoping to. That may end up going to my backlog too, actually. Might as well. Because I have the ability to play Game Boy Advance games on my GameCube. Oh, dowsing. No, it's okay. We know what dowsing is. It's like the sense system from Twilight Princess. Except not as intuitive. Oh boy. Forgot that existed. This is automatic, right? Okay. Is this game only for the Wii? Yeah. Oh my. Why would you do such a thing? Okay. Maybe we'll get the next one. Yeah, well, that's the thing though. With Breath of the Wild, a lot of the framework of the engine is going to be the same. But who knows though? That's the thing. Like who knows how ambitious they're going to be? I don't think this will be like another Majora's Mask scenario where they had to rush to make a game the year after. Why would they? Can I run over this? Is that possible? Oh my, I miss Breath of the Wild already. But the thing is, like with Majora's Mask, I remember they reused a lot of assets in order to push out a game after Ocarina of Time release. But that was like really close to the wire. I remember actually they had nightmares making that game, which applied to the game itself, which I thought was interesting. But with Breath of the Wild sequel though, I feel like they'd end up, despite the fact they already have the basic framework, they'd still be going above and beyond just let's reuse assets. It's hard to say, that's the thing, it's very hard to say with a series like Zelda where they always try to reinvent the wheel with every entry in the game, even if it's the same engine. I didn't need dowsing to know that the door would open. Yeah, because that's the thing, like, with the Breath of the Wild sequel, they could do basically anything with that. I know a lot of people want traditional dungeons to make a return, maybe they'll do that. But like, how many assets that already exist within Breath of the Wild? That's the thing, we just know very little about it. Wait, okay, this is the thing that I was mentioning earlier. And I want to see... Yes! Okay, I see it now. At first I thought it was maybe because New Game Plus I only noticed it, but it turns out that yes. The time travel makes sense now. It's interesting, that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Good. That's cool. Okay. I thought they only changed how she looked as a result of being New Game Plus, but this is a completely new file on a completely different console. Oh man, this game's gorgeous. Playing this game without a Wii Remote, it would be bad, I think, because so much of the game is based around swinging and angling. Twilight Princess is a good game. I'd say that it's the most quote-unquote modern Zelda game. Like, the structure of it is extremely streamlined. It has a lot more emphasis on action. It's like, it was very much a product of its time, which is what makes it kind of stand out in comparison to other Zelda games. It's the kind of Zelda game where the narrative is very straightforward. A lot of the progression that you make is very straightforward. Despite the fact that a lot of people say that it copies a lot of beats from not Final Fantasy, Ocarina of Time, but like, I think thematically there are similarities, but I don't think it's a copy. I feel like that's too cynical. Like, I feel like a lot of people were cynical saying, oh, they just copied all the beats of Ocarina of Time, but like, there's similarities here and there, but that's not true at all, for the most part. Oh, right. I read it like 5 times. I can only zoom in that much? Okay, so the beacon system in this game, again, like the prototypical beacon, very, very similar to how it was with Breath of the Wild. Oh, that's true. I didn't notice the Daisojo. I forgot about that. I just think it's like, I was too busy looking at another part of Impa. I was too busy looking at another detail that I never really thought Daisojo, because I wanted to know for sure if the timey-wimey was actually there from the beginning and not a retroactively fixed thing. I'd say that if you really like Ocarina of Time, you'll like Twilight Princess. I'd say that Twilight Princess is one of the easier games to introduce to a newcomer. I think out of all the Zelda games, Twilight Princess is the easiest one to tell, like, oh, this is your first Zelda game, go play this. More so than, even though Wind Waker was my personal first game. Oh no, it's a Goron!
Oh.
I tried. I promise you I tried. I tried doing it, but the positioning is weird. I was too slow. Getting used to it. Not quite. Getting used to it, it's just that there are some issues of like, wait a minute, so if he puts a sword there, what does that mean for me? Oh yeah, and the funny thing about Gorons is that they're always the same, no matter what game it is. They are by far the hardiest of all the races in Zelda, which is great. I like how that's always a recurring thing. Like, the first life form that you meet that wasn't, like, a sage or anything like that, it was a Goron. And then you see them in Wind Waker as well. They appear in Wind Waker, but if like, the thing is, Wind Waker was my first game, so I didn't know what a Goron was.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, you know what? He's passionate. Let's listen to him some more. Okay.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Sorry, buddy, but you're on your own. I'll have to meet the blonde girl. But yeah, I'd say that, like, Twilight Princess is the easiest one. Oh, wait. No, wait. Is the easiest one to recommend to newer people. Oh, I thought I had to roll on it myself. Just because, like, yeah, because you compare it with, like, Wind Waker, and in Wind Waker, there's a very long stretch. Like they introduce a lot of new ideas, but again, it's like there's no real, like, there's no real, like, sense of progression so much as it is, oh yeah, let's teach you how to swing from ropes. Okay, cool. Let's teach you how to sneak in a game where you don't actually have to sneak that much. It's like those little things, they stand out, and that's the kind of thing that makes me a bit reluctant to recommend Wind Waker. Even though it was literally the first game that I ever played, but I feel like Twilight Princess would fit the bill a little bit more. Just because, yeah, I mean, yes, you do stay as a wolf, but there's still that sense of excitement and adventure, because you are journeying around and doing stuff and fighting enemies. But yeah, who's to say? Ocarina of Time's another good example, but access to that game is a little bit more restricted. Okay. What if I don't want to douse? Maybe it's just a linear path fee. Oh boy, this can be good. Okay, that's not so bad. It's just like Kaguya. I tried! I thought I could do it, but nope. I can't believe... Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, these creatures! I totally forgot these guys existed. Nice. Yeah, Link to the Past is also a good jump-off point. I love the Oracle series. Like, I feel like the Oracle series, like, maybe I'm biased, but I feel like the Oracle series would also be the best way, because that was the first Zelda game that I ever played. Wind Waker was the first one I ever owned, but Oracle series was the first one I ever played, because of rentals. Although I will say this, as much as I complain about Phoebe and the calculator, you do get little gems like this piece of dialogue here. Okay. Let's go talk to the not Zelda. You're not Zelda. You're just like me. Everyone calls me Zelda. Oh, we probably save. They're very generous for the save spots, thankfully. Okay, I think this is the part of the game where there's a little bit more flow. Come back, princess. Ah, I love the sort of controls in this game. I can't believe we don't see enough. We don't see enough fan art of these guys. These guys are cute. It's like a Bulbasaur and a penguin. Who? Oh, she's more than a friend, if you know what I'm saying. She's the best friend. Oh, that's traumatizing. Thank you, Fee. moving on with the plot. I am starting to appreciate Fee a little bit more. Like, I feel like now that I'm older playing this game, like, I'm starting to see the appeal of the charms that this game was designed to have, rather than what I expected the game to be. I think that's why replaying games can be important too. Especially if it's a game that gave you a bad first impression. I feel like sometimes it is just you getting in the way. You yourself and your own perceptions of what a game should and shouldn't be kind of getting in the way of your enjoyments of something. Having an open mind is a good thing. Ooh, I remember this part. Vaguely. Such a delayed reaction. I was thinking, oh, don't tell me I missed. Okay, here we go. Danger from all sides! It's wrapping around me. Okay, what if I positioned the Wii Remote a little bit differently? Maybe that would make it register a little bit better. Got it! Got it! Really? Why doesn't that not work? I'll skip you then. okay, okay, I see it now. Let's try it again. Nope. Can you... Why is it not working? I don't know why it wasn't working the first couple of times. I was in the exact same position. Like, the Wii Remote does just fine, but the nunchucks are like severely lacking. Either that or just my position's that bad, or... Then again, you know what though? I did have trouble with my nunchucks when I was playing No More Heroes, whenever I had to do the wrestling moves. This is a very old nunchuck. Ah. Morning, Con. How you doing? Dude, they're like the Kikwis. I totally forgot that Kikwis exist in this game. You need to draw them more. They're great. I don't understand why I'm messing up the shield so much. My guess is just that I have really, really bad nunchucks. Because yeah, I was messing up the rolling attacks earlier. Oh, it's good to be alive. There we go. Oh yeah, they started us off with more than 3 hearts, don't they? Nope. Bad. Very bad. I need new nunchucks, I think. Because mine are not working. We should save. We'll go back and save. Just in case. Also, because I don't like that digging sound. Well, to be fair though, these are very old nunchucks. Because yeah, you guys saw it earlier when I was trying to do the spin attack, it wouldn't work. Well, we're just gonna have to deal with the sound for a little bit longer. Sorry, guys. You know what? I do like being the swordsman from time to time. Like, that's something I missed with Zelda games, just not having a shield. I think I did that with Twilight Princess, actually, the time I streamed Twilight Princess HD. Okay, here we go. What's going on? Okay, wait, let's test it. Nope, we're doomed. We're doomed. Because I thought that maybe like doing a projectile might help. Like shooting a projectile at those guys would have been helpful, but I guess that's kind of forgone. That's okay. The most important thing for survival is just not trying to do the same thing over and over again. As you see me fail to do. Let's It's a bit of a crack that you have there. Oh yeah, the funny thing about the Climate Call a Tower video is that people keep telling me, use Rivali's Gale. Here's the thing. What if you do not have Rivali's Gale? Do you just give up on it? Like, it's really funny because I get notifications of comments from time to time. And that's the problem with making guide videos, is that there's always a better way to do things. Always, no matter what. And you're gonna have those people that think they're going to be the one person to bring up this ingenious new way, despite the fact that most of those videos came out like a week or two after the game was released. Find Kiwis. Alright. No, we're okay. I know how to douse. I don't know, like, I'm not a very big fan of the dowsing system, because, like, remember the sense system? Like, I get that, yes, the whole point of the dowsing system is to, like, use motion control to find things, but I don't know, I just don't find that to be particularly fun. Ooh, fairy! Nice. Yeah, that's the thing, there's so many different ways, and that's the beauty of, oh no. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, I agree, Astral Chain was a very good Zelda game. It was also a good Metal Gear Rising game. Oh, I love Astral Chain. Great game. I like how in Astral Chain you start off with the Sword Legion, and then there is a chapter called Link, and then that's when you encounter the Bow Legion, or the Arrow Legion. Oh no, he's calling his friends! Then what of me? Can't predict me if I don't aim! Oh, it's just like Hyrule Warriors. They can't predict my movements if I don't aim at them, and if I don't know what I'm doing. Think you can help you? No, my nunchucks are not working. You're gonna have to get down there yourself. Expedite his dismount. Come on, you can do it. Okay, maybe my... No, it's okay. There we go. I need more distance. Like, you guys are seeing me learn to understand swordplay in this game in real time. That's the beauty of video games, you guys. Watch me hurt my wrists. I noticed that whenever I play a Wii game, any Wii game, no matter how intensive it is, my wrists always hurt. I think that's a problem on my end. I need to look at that. Because I remember playing No More Heroes and doing the wrestling moves, and after a long extended periods of time playing, my wrists would feel a little bit odd. Okay. This is pretty interesting. Maybe Breath of the Wild should have swinging as well. I'm having fun with this game. More than I expect. Here, I think that's part of the thing too. When I was little, playing these games, I was like, just hurry up and get to the dungeons already. My goodness. But like, I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying the stretches in between. It's kind of like how I felt with Okami, in that it didn't have very many dungeons in that game, but like the little moments that you do in between dungeons, that was the fun stuff. Like, those are the fun things that I never really think about. Element of surprise! That was very well done. Very, very, very finesse. You're all going to die. You can do it! You can do it! Aw, come on! Too late, man. Oh, don't tell me that fatal... Oh, do you know what? The final boss I recall requiring a fatal blow. So that's gonna be marvelous if we ever get that far. Oh my goodness, the combat in this game is fun. I forgot how fun the combat was. Oh yeah, Mickey, that was the first thing. Also, hello Mickey, how you doing? Yeah, honestly, I remember though, like, I didn't like the fact that there was long stretches in between dungeons, but I think now, like, I'm starting to appreciate those little objectives. Those teeny tiny objectives. I can't do that. Wait, is it possible to relax with a sword? Let's find out. Nope, we're too good at this game. Oh, we are too good at this game! Alright! I had no idea. Okay. You're learning, folks. What's this? Sorry, I'm getting excited. I should quiet down because there are people trying to sleep right now. Oh, that's so... Okay. So it is possible. I didn't realize it was possible to do that. Again, things that are obvious to some people are not obvious to me. It's like a Bulbasaur and a penguin. Did you know that Ulo backwards is still spelled... Oh, wait, no, it's not. Did you know that Arizona spelled backwards is still Arizona? It's crazy, right? Okay. I don't know why, but I'm having major troubles with the nunchucks. I know, yes, I always complain the controller, but this time I'm being 100% serious. Target acquired. Let's go. I'm actually having fun with the swordplay in this game. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to have fun. Like, a form of, like, hook shot. I feel like a hook shot will be a given. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, that was too slow. That was way too slow. Why is it so slow? I'm too good at this game, you guys. No, this is bad. Oh no, I'm gonna die. And the rock's just gonna float there? Alright, let's do it again. Okay. Do you know what? I might need to get those guys again. I think. Let's find out. Need practice. Need lots and lots of practice. You have to give it time too, isn't it? There. Okay, it has to be a horizontal slash. I mean, vertical slash. Got it. Why do you consume stamina for holding A while crawling when it does nothing? You're good. Oh, did we already? Oh, so it's possible to change it while you're on the rope? That's an interesting thing that I didn't realize was in this game. They were really testing the physics system. Like, this was like a prototypical physics system. Okay, I'm not sure if I guess I don't need to refine them, but we were heading that way anyways. Okay. In there, I guess. Sorry. Sorry if you guys got sick from that. Okay, I don't have to redo that. Good. Very good. Oh, I love sword beams. Like, I think we should normalize bringing back sword beams in 3D Zeldas. I think that's very, very important. What are you doing? Interact with me. Do I have to clear all the grass? There is nowhere for you to run, friend. Nope. Okay, I guess we just clear all the grass. I was going to do this anyway, but I guess we'll hurry things along. Yeah, the Breath of the Wild Sword Beam was nice. The only thing... It's more of a personal preference thing, but I didn't like the fact that the power and the distance, mostly just the distance, was severely diminished if you have low amounts of hearts like I always do. I always go 3 hearts, but it's kind of useless if you only have 3 hearts. Alright, we got it. Yeah, I'll tell him that you're here. I'm a nice guy. Sometimes. When it suits me. Yeah, like the sword beam in Breath of the Wild was a cool idea. Wait, this is the guy that killed me, right? Yes! Zelda. Okay, wait. Actually, no, okay. Before we engage in these. One of these days. Okay, here we go. Just like Kaguya. Yeah, I remember now. I love that. No! Okay, I almost missed it. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, they did a really good job of making use of that gimmick. There was nothing in there anyways. Oh, okay. Okay, see, I had no idea. I never could appreciate that as a kid. And by as a kid, I meant yesterday. Can I jump this distance? Let's find out. Nope. Definitely not. How do you get sword? Yes! Okay, so the reason why I had 3 hearts having Master Sword is that I would get the 10 heart containers, or the 40 shrines completed, then trade away all the stamina, so I only have 1 wheel of stamina, and then the 13 hearts. I would get the Master Sword, go back to the statue, and then reset, so that I have full stamina but only 3 hearts. I have a lot of people asking me that, and I feel bad because it's hard to constantly explain that, especially when like a lot of people ask it on videos. It's very difficult to explain it in those scenarios because that's not the focus. But yeah, that's basically what I do though. You have a real talent for finding whatever is missing. I don't know who you are, where you're from, but you stole my kill, Henry. Oh man, I replayed No More Heroes earlier this year. Literally the beginning of the year, actually. I should do it again. That's gonna be a solid 20 hours of No More Heroes 1 and 2. That's like, I think that's like number 1, the game that I'm looking forward to right now. The area is crawling with homeless people. I mean monsters. The game could have ended right there. Oh, nice! Now you guys are gonna get even more motion sick around me. But not even, like, I feel like there's no difference between 5 hearts and 3 hearts in Breath of the Wild, because like a lot of people are telling me, oh man, I can't believe you could beat a Lionel with only 3 hearts. But to be honest though, in that particular game, a Lionel would do so much damage anyway that there was very little difference between having a lot of hearts and no hearts, because you shouldn't be making those mistakes anyways. It's interesting that, you know, people point that out. Oh, you guys are gonna be so sick. Alright, here we go. Oh, do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when Miyamoto was doing the demo, but there was so much wireless interference that he wasn't able to do it properly live, and it was really embarrassing. And we were making a joke saying that the guy that created Zelda can't play Zelda. It's such a mean-spirited thing to do, but that's what happened. But that was the interpretation. Speaking of... No! Ah! I'm very good at this game, as you can tell. Oh, wow, look at the water graphics, you guys. Look at the water graphics. I feel like someone's gonna legitimately get motion sick, though. I remember watching a video of someone doing VR, virtual reality, and I felt sick. I felt so sick because I felt like I was in someone else's body, but I had no control. I was seeing through someone else's eyes. It felt really bizarre. There's no finesse whatsoever when I fight these guys. That's the fun thing about this game. Is it's no longer about the formula. It's about just about going nuts. Okay, first dungeon. Do you know what? I know that I was only supposed to be playing for 3 hours, but I want to keep going. So let's keep going. Yep. Instantly, yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Fee. Okay, here we go. Well, that's kind of the point of Breath of the Wild, though, is that you're supposed to be at that point where you are much more powerful than anything the game has to throw at you. Because at the beginning of the game, you had nothing. Okay, here's a Zelda 1 reference. No, wait, no, not this one. Not that guy. No, wait, no, wait, I'm thinking about a later dungeon. There's a later dungeon where they do, like, Zelda 1. No, wait, no! No! Sorry, I thought that was the beginning of the dungeon. But that's the thing though, Breath of the Wild, it's supposed to be imbalanced because at that point you are at what should have constituted endgame equipment, but what makes it stand out is that you can get that very early on if you knew what you were doing, which is very much in tone with the spirits of the original Zelda game, where you could have end game equipment before even starting the first dungeon. Oh no! Yeah, get back up so I can hit you some more. Come on! This is the psycho with a sword. Okay, let's find the blonde's waifu. Yes, she seems to be in this here. La Mappa. Oh no! What? Help! Why is this happening to me? Why? What did I do? It's like Animal Crossing all over again. Oh, he's dead. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this game's a lot more fun than I remember it being. I feel like this is a bad idea, but let's go for it. Nope, that was actually a good idea. It's a good idea. Kids, if you guys are watching at home, if you see a hornet's nest, punch it. Uh-oh. I'm holding Link in the palm of my hand. Oh. I forgot that's a thing that happens in this game. Oh, wow. So many things I forgot about this game. And remembering it, it's like playing it for the first time. I totally forgot that was a thing, where you would be on the same rope as your enemies, and then you would throw them off balance. Instead of the other way around. It's nice. Uh-oh. I wish the sword beams would affect these guys. Okay. I remember with Breath of the Wild, they wanted to go for like dungeon-esque scenarios without actual dungeons themselves, and also like bosses without dungeons, or dungeons without bosses. It's an interesting thing. I noticed like them trying to get those ideas forward here. Oh, I remember now. Oh no. I totally forgot that was a thing in this game. I guess you could say this game is balanced. You know, Jared, sometimes, like, you're on your game. Unfortunately, your game is not very good. Yeah, let's save, why not? Oh, this is terrible. Do it again. Actually, I think that's part of the reason why I enjoy the imbalance so much, is that I've always evened it out by going for no hearts, or 3 hearts. Properly? This feels odd. Like, I felt like I should have gone straight, but I didn't. At the very last second, it was very frightening. Oh! No. I keep guessing wrong. No, why do I keep guessing wrong? There we go. It's like a 50-50 chance, and I keep screwing it up. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
How you doing?
Oh.
your game is at least half as good as God Hand. Let's not aim that high. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Wait, so what are the points in these again? Do I have to hit these with a sword beam to... Or did I have to come back here, like, much later? Maybe we'll just do it now. I really wish I could play Godhead on stream, but the thing is though, is that it brings out so many different sides of me that I don't think the public is ready to see. Lots of anger. There's a lot of anger in that game, but it's fun anger. It's not frustration anger. It's I can't believe Shinji Mikami made this kind of anger. Yeah, honestly, I completely forgot about Goddess Cubes. I have no idea what the points of Goddess Cubes are. Other than you have to hit them with your sword. But that's like anything in any game. Yeah, I genuinely thought you had to balance, but it's okay. Okay, so I have a ladder in case I fall. Oh, no! No, I didn't call for you. Go back. Okay. What was the point in this? Let's find out. And we'll never know. Okay, first dungeon. Here we go. A treasure chest appears in the sky. That sounds about right. I'm guessing like heart containers or heart pieces. Of course I want to proceed. From the walls of this place, no one will come to your aid. That's okay. Okay, so I know we fight Girahim. I forgot how to fight against Girahim. Like, he keeps saying, oh, you telegraph your attacks too much. So I try not to telegraph, but then nothing... To be honest, I spent 50 rupees on that shield. And it did not help whatsoever, so I think we're fine. Are there any sword techniques that require a shield in this game? Because yeah, like the fact that shields can get destroyed in this game make them about as useful as Breath of the Wild shields. No, actually no, but then Breath of the Wild shields you can just parry things. Doesn't seem to be anything around here. This game looks really good though, like just stylistically. It doesn't look... It doesn't look the wrong kind of bizarre. Like, I'd say that visually this game still holds up really, really well. Oh, silly me. There we go. Okay, so this is the Zelda 1. The Zelda 1 reference is that when you enter a dungeon in Zelda, there's this magnificent staircase that you have to go down, much in the same way that in Zelda 1 you have to go down a staircase in order to reach the dungeons. It's not super obvious, but it is just a nice little thing where, yeah, you watch Link slowly fade away as he goes downstairs. Nice little touch. Of a 25... Then it was a 25-year-old's game. Now that game is... 35? Almost 35 years old, I think. Do you prefer remasters or the original? I always prefer original. Just because with the original, with the old technology, you get to see how the developers try to work around the technology. Like, it is nice when the developers get more advanced technology to sort of, like, kind of better understand their vision. But it is nice to see what avenues developers take in order to achieve that vision. I think that's very, very valuable. So while it is nice when they do remaster stuff so that it looks no, I thought I had enough. While it is nice to have like the better looking stuff, I think it's more valuable to see just how they're able to work around certain corners. Okay, let's go. Ah, that feels good. What is this? Honey. No! Come back! Okay. Hey, RPG Slayer, how you doing? Because yeah, like recently, I just finished playing Crystal Chronicles Remastered. But the thing is, though, like visually speaking, that game looks the same, just a little bit prettier. But overall, though, like I think that the original, again, it was just such a product of its time. Oh, it was just a product of its time. Part of the reason why, too, I should just shoot them. Am I not able to target him from down here? I feel like I'm missing something here. Okay. I guess we'll just let him live. Yeah, because that's the thing, like, the reason why I think about it, though, is that, like, I like the idea of playing on the original controller that it was designed around. I like the idea of seeing the, what's it called, like, just how, again, like, the product of what it originally was. Oh! I remember this. But that's the thing, like, because, like, there's something nice about having old, archaic graphics. Like, Majora's Mask, for example. One of my favorite games ever. But I actually prefer the uglier look, the less appealing look, over the 3D remake, simply because, well, first of all, nostalgia. Second of all, though, it's also, I feel, the unsettling tone of the game. It's a very creepy game. And the low-res everything, it just seems more appropriate. I feel like this is a waste bullets. Anything valuable for me? Okay. Have you gotten the Master Cycle? The Master Cycle Zero? Yeah, I did. Yeah, so this brings me back to, again, Miyamoto not knowing how to play the game. Oh yeah, I actually don't know much about Ben Drowned. Like, it's an old urban legend. I feel like I wasted ammo. There we go. That's much better than spending ammo. Yeah, okay, so the thing about Master Cycle, and that's like my biggest complaint about the DLC of Breath of the Wild, is that you can only ever get Master Cycle if you beat all the all the divine beasts. So if you beat all of them, then what are you using it for? Just getting the extra shrines? It just feels like such a non-feature. Like, if it was possible to get it earlier, I'd see more utility, but it's just, oh, I completed this. It's a very good name for a bird statue. Yeah, I actually don't know much about the urban legends, because, like, that's just, anyone can make up that stuff. Am I at the entrance? Yeah, I left the game because I'm smart. But yeah, that's the thing though, like, the original graphics, I'd say that Ocarina of Time 3D felt more appropriate to have the upgraded graphics, because that was very, like, that game took itself very seriously as a, like, this is an adventure that you get to visually see. Whereas with Majora's Mask, its creepiness was a part of the appeal. Like, it was a pseudo-horror game. Nice. Do I... Yeah, I guess we'll just venture in here. Hey, buddy, how you doing? This is basically the coolness of button mashing. My particular playstyle here. Hey, Soggy Sam, how you doing? What else? Like Wind Waker HD, I don't think it's bad that they made an HD version of Wind Waker, but I feel like it didn't need it, though. Because again, like, the art style of that game still holds up very well. It felt really, really weird to add all that stuff. Oh, right. How do you fight this guy? Fight this guy, Fee. So, what is this then? Advice. Oh, wait, was it analysis? Like, this is supposed to be like Navi, right? Okay, there we go. This giant species of spider inhabits the deepest areas of the forests. Yep. Its stomach may be vulnerable to attack. Defeat 0 this enemy. I'm unable to analyze your battle performance. That's very helpful, Navi. Okay. Breath of the Wild's HD in 20 years. Yeah, like... I tried. What? I'm trying to stab. Oh, okay. Because I thought shooting it would do the trick, but apparently not. Okay. That's like way more effort than it needs to. That's very good. Okay, then I'm pretty sure we'll understand when we actually reach it. Okay, so the skull tools need to swing so that they spin around, and then you stab. Both of them? Nope, just the one. I need more seeds. But that's the thing though, like with stylistic graphics, they have a tendency to have more longevity just on the basis of that. Like Skyward Sword, this game came out almost a decade ago, and it still looks fine. Whereas you compare like games from that time period, like Dark Souls for example, that game had more of a realistic lean to it. It doesn't look quite as good as it did. Skyrim also came out that year, and there are many mods that are based around making it look better than it originally did. So yeah, it's weird, but like it's odd to see that there's so much emphasis put on just revisiting old ideas when I think it's more valuable to look at new ideas. And I think that's the main appeal for me, anyways, of indie games. Okay, wait, let's look down here. Because with indie games, they have a tendency to be a little bit more experimental with how they do stuff, that even if it's not necessarily good, they, at least they've been more explorative in terms of how they want to structure the game. Because yeah, like, what else came out in 2011 that people want to revisit today? I think they re-released Skyrim like 40 times. There's been so many of those. Alright. Oh, you're still alive. Yes. How do I do this? Maybe we don't do this. Why am I so good at this? Absolute disaster. Wait, is there a way to climb back up? Oh, do you know what it was? Okay. Okay, sweet. There we go. Oh, hello. Yeah, my sister recently picked up Paper Mario the Origami King, and I'm looking forward to getting into that eventually. I probably might end up playing that before I play Three Houses, actually. So that's gonna be fun. Lots of games. That's the thing. That's why I'm not super, like, I'm not super upset about there being no news for the Breath of the Wild sequel. Is because there's just so many games that I want to play. I've played a lot of games this year. You guys have no idea. So many games. So many fun, good, interesting games. How do you attack so fast? No. I'm so indecisive. It's a 50-50 chance and I screw it up both times. Okay, I'm slowly learning how to thrust. Slowly but surely. Nice. Gaze upon your map until the eye finds the X, for it is there that you must strike a glittering gemstone to reveal the path. You shall find a temple map in a room with 2 such gemstones. Wow, it's a bit presumptuous, Mr. Ancient Slate. I'm very presumptuous to know what my experiences are. Oh! This is the one with it. This had 2 gemstones. Maybe it's this one. This is definitely a map. Today is Astral Chain's 1 year. I did not know that. Oh, that's true. Yeah, it is. Okay, I knew that August 29 was special. I was making whenever I make thumbnails for my streams, I always like put the date on it. Yeah, today is Astral Chain's anniversary. Shoot, I should do something for that because that's one of my favorite games on the Switch. Oh man. Okay, well I'm pretty sure like. Okay, well we'll see. I'll probably like upload some post some Astral Chain stuff. Oh man, Astral Chain was a really good game. Okay, so we flooded this. So I guess we just swim around, we'll go back here, and I'm guessing this has a key. Okay. I barely remember this dungeon. Like, I barely remember any of the dungeons, but I know that there are some parts of certain dungeons where I was stuck. And I was looking at it for a very long time, so I feel like I'm not in any danger of getting stuck, in the very least. I thought I flooded. There it is. Yeah, it's great. I think part of the reason why Astral Chain appealed to me so much is that it was a good combination of action and RPG. Like, even though it wasn't an action RPG, but it still retained some RPG elements. Despite the fact that I would still call it a pure action game. It was very nice. Very, very good game. How do I do this? There doesn't seem to be any rope that I can swing off of. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything... How old was I when I first played this? Oh man, I must have been 18 years old, yeah. Marla, how you doing? Happy to have you here. Now it's a real party. Now I'm not stuck with these squares anymore. No, I think I was 18. Yeah, it was my first... I took a year off. I remember taking a year off after I graduated high school so that I could work before going to college. And when that happens... Ooh... I see... So yeah, when that happened, Skyward Sword I played a lot of, Dark Souls I played a lot of. Link, look up, or you come down. Thank you. I swear if I missed. Yeah, I think I was about 18 years old when I first played this game, which... It didn't feel like that long. That's weird, because whenever I think, oh, when I was 18, that doesn't sound like very long ago. Kinda was, though. I'm gonna die soon of old age. Oh no. The rest of the stream is me coming to grips with my mortality. Okay, but that's the thing though, I think, yeah, I was 18 years old, I had time off. That's why I was able to play this game twice in succession. Now it's all coming back. I never really thought about what age I was when I played this game. I just thought, oh, well, teenager. It's interesting to replay this game. I mentioned earlier in the stream, I think this is like the way that I feel about this game, it already feels different from when I first played it. When I first played Skyward Sword, I had so many expectations of what I thought the new Zelda should be. And I remember being a little bit disappointed, but kind of looking back at it now, I actually quite like it for what it is. Oh, come on! Come on! Thank you. But that's the thing though, like, I'm enjoying it more for what it is, rather than what I expected it to be. Like that delusion that I had, and I feel like a lot of people are like that, but I think for me, most of all. Because, yeah, I remember not liking the objectives in between dungeons. I thought that was the worst part. But we did one, and I was enjoying the heck out of it. So maybe my perception of the game now is a lot different than when I played it when I was 18 years old. It's a good game. If you have it, play it. Because I think part of it also was the problem with Ego Raptor, better known as Aaron Hansen. He tends to spew out whatever he wants when he says stuff, and people treat him like he's an authority on things. But the thing is, though, is that I feel like a lot of his hate for the game is misjudged, Because, like, it's one thing to have an opinion, it's another thing to have a poorly formed opinion. If you have a poorly formed opinion, that is worse than that's worse than having a quote-unquote wrong opinion. Because if it's, well, actually that would make it wrong. Map. Let's go. Let's go here. Wait, do I need to shoot this? I feel like I don't have enough ammo, but let's try. But that's kind of the weird thing, though, is that, like, if you have an opinion that I disagree with, that's fine. But if you have an opinion that I disagree with, and it's poorly formed, then that's a problem, and that's a thing that you would have to address. But that's very rare in most... Like, when it comes to, like, laymen, when I'm talking to, like, normal people, it's easy... Oh! I don't know how to fight this guy. Let's go. Let's dance. Come on. Where's your motivation? This is so exciting. What the heck? This is a lot more exciting than I remember it being. This is so cool. Oh, it was over too soon, though. Where's my shield? It broke. I'm sorry, Phoenix, but it broke. This is just like my Twilight Princess playthrough where I accidentally burned my shield. So I spent the rest of the game not having a shield. We should do this! We should make this be the entire playthrough, unless there's a boss that requires a shield, but I don't remember that. The unexplained power contained within the insect-shaped item. Yeah, well, no, it's not that we're broke. It's just that we're too cheap. We're too cheap and we're too stubborn. That was fun! I'm having fun playing Skyward Sword. I feel like I'm having more fun playing this game today than I was when I was playing it, like, those years ago. Because I felt like it was almost, like, obligatory at the same time, too. Where it's just like, oh, let's play a Zelda game because it's a Zelda game and there are no other games on the Wii that I can play. Because this is before, remember, this is before I got into Xenoblade Chronicles. So I'm having fun playing a video game. This is amazing. Isn't it wonderful when that happens? I go to my home planet. People need me. Parrying really opens up enemies for easy hits in this game. You know what, though? I can totally see that. Here's the thing. The nunchuck that I have is very old and very finicky, and I don't believe I can take advantage of that. Because it's often just me thinking that I got the timing right, only for it to not come out. I don't know why. Like, I'm trying to roll right now, and it's barely working. Like, it's not as reliable, so I do believe that, yes, parrying would be nice to do, but I don't see it being a viable thing for me right now, just because my nunchucks are very old. It's not just for Skyward Sword, it's also for normal games where I can't do wrestling moves reliably. I might just need to get new nunchucks. Oh, I forgot there were heart pieces in this game. Thing is, though, I don't mind the hold handiness right now, because I forgot everything about the game. But I think on later playthroughs, though, yes, the hold handiness of this game would be a problem. Wait. You can't read my mind if I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm starting to notice more of the appeal of the levels. Maybe it's in here. Let's find out. What does this remind me of? What game does that remind me of? Controlling the beetle. Is there a crystal in there? Let's find out. Well, that's kind of the thing, though. Part of the reason why, like, I mentioned earlier, but the thing is, when it comes to Skyward Sword, is that it was them trying to find that middle ground between the casual audience and the hardcore audience. And it's really difficult to find a middle ground for those two people because, of course, you want, like, back in those days, every developer wanted to appeal to as many people as possible, cast a wide net to net a profit. This is before people started recognizing Dark Souls for being a gem. But essentially... But the thing is, though, is that when it comes to... Well, when it comes to, like, introducing a bunch of new ideas, because that's what this game did, it introduced so many new ideas. Like, so many different new ideas that they wanted to make sure that they can understand it. And it's just that risk that you take, I think, and I think the trade-off would be, yeah, you have more of that bullet-handing element to it, which isn't the best, but I think it's sort of justified in the sense that their hands were kind of tied. Yeah, in Twilight Princess the dungeons were very sprawling, but I don't know. I can't say that I agree that Twilight Princess had tedious backtracking, but I say that as someone that played the game more than 12 times. So it doesn't count if I say that it's not tedious, because I know where everything is, and I know what the efficient route is. So yeah, I think you'd have to take it with a grain of salt if I were to say something like that. I wouldn't know what a new person would say. But what I do know, I feel like the structure of Twilight Princess's dungeons were very... I thought they were very solid overall, but again, you can just chalk that up to me knowing what I was doing. I was already here, wasn't I? Okay. There's a stone at the... Probably, yeah. I haven't considered that. Whoops. I pressed it too fast. Okay. Yeah, I can't say for sure if that's true, but from my experience, though, I actually never had any trouble with... I'd say that Twilight Princess had the better dungeons in terms of overall exploration meets objectives. Yes! Thank you, Slumbertooth. Oh, but it's for this, though. Oh, maybe it's the one above. If that's the case, process of elimination. Oh yeah, this is back when... Oh, process of elimination. We'll just check up here. Actually, you know what? I was too afraid. But let's actually try to see what was beyond here. Yeah, I felt that Twilight Princess is the most streamlined Zelda game. There we go. I felt that was like the one where it was extremely straightforward, and why I said this would be like the best jumping off point for people that want to get into the series and they don't know where to start. I'd say that Twilight Princess is one of the more recommended ones, just from that sense. But again, I've played it so many times that I can only think of it like that, because I'm just so used to it. Not everyone thinks like that, though. I might as well pick this up. I'm actually okay with the fact that Breath of the Wild didn't have traditional dungeons, because what was more important in that particular game was the idea of exploring... Oh, I think I have to swim. I need to flood this area. It was more important that you interacted with the world outside, which I think was a problem with a lot of Zelda leading up to that point, was that it was more about getting to the dungeons than it was about caring about the world that you were in. Oh, I forgot about that. How did it not do damage? There we go. See, the nunchucks, they're very finicky. You saw me do like 40 attempts. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, okay. I was thinking, nah, I'll climb up here later, but turns out, no, you're supposed to go here. Or was I? I could just be hallucinating again. Oh, okay. See, this is very intuitive. And again, like part of it is like, yes, Nintendo's afraid to let players have too much control, but at the same time, they want to make absolutely certain that you knew what you were doing. With Breath of the Wild, it was a lot more hands-off, and that's why like guide videos became very in fashion. And why I did that is because like everyone has different ways of doing things, and that's what makes that game so valuable too. And why channels like mine exist. Does this work? Let's find out. I think this is good enough. Whoops. Oh yeah, sorry, I remember that you're an arachnophobe. I feel like The Legend of Zelda would be a terrible series for you if you hate spiders, or good if you like killing spiders. Because that happens a lot too. I've never been so excited to see a key. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing, like, this game looks every bit as good as I remember it looking, which is impressive on its own. Like, this holds up a lot better than Twilight Princess. Not to say that Twilight Princess looks bad, it's just that this looks better. Is this gonna flood? Yes. Sometimes, I wish I was a VTuber, so that I could make, like, 50 grand per stream. Never have to leave the house again. Be more subtle, just be more subtle with it. Be more subtle with it. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm like moving my arms around in different just to see if I can get a good sweet spot, and I think I found it. I think I found it. I think I found it. I found the sweet spot, you guys. Oh man, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 would be terrible. Oh yeah, and Spirit Crucible Elpison 2 would also be a nightmare if you hate spiders. But particularly in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 though, because there's that spider that just randomly appears on the cliffside, and you're just like, why? Why did this happen to me? Why do bad things happen to good people? It's that kind of game. Sweet. Don't tell Bluntons that, because I'm gonna tell him. I'm like a lawnmower man. Oh. Yeah, that's kind of the event. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm very bad at this. People don't realize, but I'm actually very bad at video games. It's that I play a lot. I'm very bad at this. Okay, focus. Oh, come on. Okay, just reset. Wait, what? Did he actually? Did Mr. Kamiya say Astral Chain 2? Because it's only been 1 year. I feel like that's not... Hang on. You can't tell me that while I'm trying to balance. Just the concepts of Astral Chain 2. Much like how he and Nakamura were talking about Okami 2. That it's an idea that they want, but Capcom in the end is who are the people that decide if they're going to do it or not. Kamiya is definitely one of my favorite developers. I forgot these guys existed. What are these things? Oh, it's like Gleeok. Oh, I totally forgot those things existed. He just said the words Astral Chain 2. I'd love an Astral Chain sequel. But here's the thing about Astral Chain, though. The story never mattered to me, so they could do whatever they want. It's the game that appeals to me. And that's kind of the thing, though. Like, a lot of people complain about the story and how it's too weird and outlandish. And I agree, yeah. I mean, it is. It's very ridiculous and dumb. Like, if you guys saw the stream of me playing, when I was playing through the game on stream, the entire stream is just me screaming, "This is so dumb!" But I love it, though. I loved how crazy it was. If you want a game from Platinum Games with a good story, play Wonderful 101. Uh-oh. I'm a fraud! I'm a fraud! I can't play games. Okay. Yeah! That's a Staldra. Okay, I was thinking like Gleeok, but that's not right. Gleeok has 2 heads, not 3. I heard when Spirit Tracks had Gleeok, and you had to beat him by using ropes to reflect fireballs. But yes, Astral Chain, fantastic presentation. Absolutely fantastic presentation. Like, stylistically, it's gorgeous. I feel like that's gonna be one of the other games that, like, with the risk of sounding condescending, it looks like what Xenoblade Chronicles X should have looked like. That's how I feel about that game. Like, artistically, it's very, it was very reminiscent of Xenoblade X, but Xenoblade X, some people defend it, but I think that the character models in that game look horrendous. But, you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I don't like them. But if it looks like Astral Chain, maybe we get something going on there. I'd look at X, that would be nice. Let's bring back Sawano. Is that all I needed to do? I think that's all I need to do. Alright. Remember, handle your link with care. Oh, he's calling help from behind, isn't he? Get down, get down! Half agree. Yeah, well, we'll call it a half agree, because I think X, on its own style, was actually not terrible. It's just that the character models could have been improved. Like, some of the character models look fine. Elmo looks fine. Everyone else, not... It varies. It depends on the character, too. That's the thing, like, I think it's fair to criticize games that you like. Compared to Aaron, who says, I don't like a game because it doesn't let me do the thing that I want to do specifically, instead of learning the games on its own terms. We're trashing Ego Raptor now. We're gonna trash Ego Raptor now. Let's be kind. Let's take the high road and say that Skyward Sword is wonderful. I'm having a good time playing this game, you guys. I was worried. I was thinking, I feel like I'm just obliged to do this, but I'm pleasantly surprised at how much I am enjoying this. Again, you take the game on its own terms. Like, even with, like, challenging, frustrating moments, because you see me doing those. But the thing is, though, like, again, the appeal, all the way to the bottom? Hopefully. Wait, no. Yeah, that's the thing, like, it's a literal translation, and I applaud them for being faithful to that, but, I don't know, like, I feel like they could have looked at that a little bit more. 2 players per regions. Yeah, honestly, like, I'm gonna look at Astral Chain again. my officer Cassandra. Oh yeah, there's that VTuber that was playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and she beat it this morning, was it? And when she had to choose between milk or coffee, I'm happy to say that she chose milk. She's team milk like the rest of us. Oh, okay. She picked the objectively correct choice. Is he gonna attack us? Hang on. Doria! Nope, not quite. Nope. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh man, that was mean. We shouldn't do that. Be nice to your enemies. You'll never know. There might be a Zelda game where you actually do have to be nice. No, Xenoblade 1's great. But the thing is, though, here's the thing. I really like Xenoblade 1, but there are some elements to it that just don't appeal to me as much, and became very apparent after replaying it twice on the definitive edition, where, especially in the, I don't know, like, I'm gonna be very kind about this, but I really felt like, oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna be very kind about this, but I felt like the opening 5 hours, everyone says that those are like the great parts of the game. It didn't appeal to me as much, because it just felt like, oh, let's go to this next point. And I get that that's how all these games are, but because all you had to look forward to was just doing that over and over and over again, it didn't have that same appeal to me. It's not a bad game. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad as a result of that. It's just that I think on replaying, it just made me realize that they could have structured it a little bit better. And it really does affect the playability of it. But that's a very small thing. Like if you've never played Xenoblade 1 before, though, it's fine because you don't know what to expect. Oh, this dude. Like, you don't know what to expect. But then upon replays, though, I felt that it was kind of annoying to have to do all that again when I was replaying the definitive edition for the second time. As in 2 playthroughs of the definitive edition. Oh, this guy. I've always thought in my head he sounded like James from Pokemon. Or Pegasus. It's just a girl that masses now. I can sense her here just beyond this door. He was great in Hyrule Warriors. This guy's a lot of fun to play as. I made a video about it, but he has this one gimmick that no other character has. He has a gimmick that no other character has, and it's so amazing for single target damage. He's outclassed by Young Link, but Young Link outclasses everyone, so it's like saying that you are the second fastest runner in the universe. The fastest guy is impossibly fast, but second place ain't bad. See, that's the thing though, I feel like with Skyward Sword, because it feels like I'm playing this game again for the first time, I don't notice the issues as much. Like, I'm actually really enjoying going through all this stuff and swimming through all of it, but I feel like after that though, when you go New Game Plus, they should just take out all the tutorial stuff and just stick you straight into the adventure. Oh man, sorry, we need to pay attention to the plot. I think they demand a sacrifice, and he's gonna... Oh, this is everyone's favorite part. The taste of a liar. I'll just beat you within an inch of your life. Fantastic. He's a Diamondback. That's why you call him Diamonds. Oh, I say again, I didn't like this villain as much at the beginning. Oh, okay, I remember this music now. Ugh. Okay, I'm slowly starting to remember how to fight this guy. No, I mistimed it. I mistimed it terribly. There we go. Now we're cooking. Oh, this is fun. Now you're gonna fight me, right? Let's dance, pretty boy. Oh, that was bad. Woo! This is so exciting! This is so exciting! It's like riding a bike! You just never forget. You never forget. Quick! No! Up and down, Link! Up and down! That's not where you want to go. Is this gonna be like Gandalf from Twilight Princess? Oh wait, hang on, time out, I need to heal. Thank you. I remember not liking him as much because he was like, he wasn't as serious as I expected a Zelda villain. But again, expectations versus accepting on its own terms. That's what makes this game so exciting. Jump! Oh, you're gonna run at me? Come on! Oh, that was a mistake. That was a huge mistake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. 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 Wait. Pick it up. I think I have to swing it differently. That was exciting. It might be because my window's closed, but I'm actually working up a bit of a sweat playing this game. Don't worry, that sword is the only reason why you still live. I feel I spent far too long teasing and toying with you. The girl's presence has all but faded from this place, which means there's no reason to linger here. Goodbye, Sky Child. Run and play this time. Get in my way again, though, and you're dead. He's a really fun villain, and I never could appreciate that. That's the thing. I could never appreciate what he was compared to what I expected. I was expecting like someone like Vati. That's the problem, I think. I was expecting a Vati type character, or like a very brooding character, but instead we got Mr. Flamboyant Diamondback. And I realized that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. They wanted to parry the running slash. Well, thankfully they let me attack. Oh, really good. That was fun. It's weird, because here's the thing, too, about this game. I remember complaining that you had to fight Girahim so many times, but to be honest, Girahim's more interesting than the other bosses, most of the other bosses that they show and throw at you. Oh, okay, so this place, someone made a connection that this is very reminiscent of one of the goddess, one of the goddess statues in Breath of the Wild. I don't know which one. I think it's the one where there's autumn leaves everywhere in Akala. One of the springs. But someone made that connection. I thought was pretty cool. Maybe it's not this one. Maybe it's another one. All I remember is that there was a connection there. Ah, boy. I'm sorry, Link, but your princess is in another spring. Ah, this game's gorgeous. I have a language written in Japanese. Oh yeah, so everyone knows by now, but if you play the Goddess's Ballad from the trailer backwards, it actually plays as Zelda's lullaby. Hidden away deep within the scorched earth of Elden. Oh, we're going to Elden Rings! It took us like half an hour to go through that dungeon. That's pretty good for having not remembered how to do this dungeon. It feels very old. How can you tell? This game looks great. Like, look at all the colors. What I would like, actually, is a Breath of the Wild game with the Breath of the Wild trailer graphics from the original reveal. I don't know if we're there yet, but I'd love to see that. I'd love to see them try to replicate that. Like, Breath of the Wild looks fine, but the original reveal, like, I'd love to see an entire game that looks kind of like that. Okay, so we have to go back and put in the stone. I'll probably do that off camera. You know what? We'll do that. Yeah, Fi's movements are great. Like, there's a lot of, like, charms in this game, but they were all lost on me when I was younger. They were all just lost on me because, again, I had this arbitrary vision of what a Zelda game should be, instead of trying to understand what the developer's trying to say. I think this entire year has been about that. I played through like 24 games. Did you find the girl? Not yet. It's been 10 years and I still can't find. But yeah, that's the thing though. Like, I think this entire year I played like 24 games, and the more important thing, even if I didn't necessarily love all the games that I played, it was very nice to give me that enhanced perspective, and that's very, very valuable, and that's kind of what makes video games an art form. Anyways, that was fun. Really, really good starts. I don't know when the next stream is going to be. I'll put in the stone and get to the next area off camera, probably. But until then, guys, thank you very, very much. We had some technical difficulties. My USB keyboard on my computer was broken. But, hopefully, it won't be a problem next time. When is next time? I don't know when next time's gonna be. Mark, you're late, but that's okay. You can watch the archive later. Let's see. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know when the next one's going to be. Because that's the thing, like, I have time, but when would be the next time I play this? Probably another... Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, we'll just do it once per week. I think that's the healthy thing to do, so we don't do it too much. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay, guys, what's going to happen is that next week at the same time, we'll play Breath of the Wild on stream. That's the thing, I'd like to do more though, because I'm having fun. I'm having fun, and who knows how many playthroughs this will be. Like, I guess this would be like 7 weeks, assuming every stream we complete a dungeon. There's like 7 dungeons, right? I'll figure it out. I don't know. You know what? We'll go for next week, and by next week I'll have a better understanding of what the schedule will be, because I can't promise anything right now, but I can at least promise that next Saturday we'll try to have one. Yes. Okay, guys. Thank you very, very much. I know we had a bit of a slow start because we were trying to figure out how to play this game, but it seems to be okay. And we haven't had any problems with the Wii battery, so that's always nice. I remember that was a big problem back in the day. But yeah. Guys, thank you very, very much. We're going to continue playing Skyward Sword next week at the same time. Hope to see you guys there. I'm really liking this game so far. I'm happy. I'm happy to be playing a Zelda game, and like remembering why I like Zelda so much. So that's what this is gonna be about. Anyways, guys, thank you very, very much. I'll see you next time. Gonna have some fun. Might buy a shield just for shielding purposes. Might not be profitable because my nunchucks are bad. I can't guarantee getting better nunchucks, but we'll see. Guys, everyone that's there: Con, Jared, Mark, Slobbertooth, Phoenix Halcyon, Marla, everyone that was here. Sammy the hamster. We had a lot of people here. Sorry if I don't remember. Jisoo, Kiana. Oh no, we had the guy that was at the beginning. Harris. RPG Slayer. We're just naming names now. We're dead naming everyone. Okay, guys. I'll see you next time. Hopefully, we will be in the next area when we start things off. I'm gonna be doing some off-camera playing, I think, of this game, so that we can at least get through this game. Because I actually want to finish a game. That's the thing, like, the last couple of games that we played, we didn't necessarily finish them all, so I want to do that. It'll be fun. Guys, thank you. Goodbye. See you later. I don't want to say the A word. That's too cliche, but goodbye.